All right, so we had a sick... What?
Did you see that? Kieryn just pulled out a camera out of nowhere.
Oh, please.
Oh, look
I'm a
at that.
photographer
Wait, Kieryn,
now,
wait.
in case you're wondering.
In case you're wondering. We just take a shot without looking at the viewfinder or screen. Today we actually had a really cool podcast. Zach's great idea. Started a little podcast, Infinite Content.
I'm sure it was Daryl, but I'll take it.
Was it? Okay, whoever came up, I don't really care. It was great anyway. But like having chats with customers and people who use Clipflow as well as just people inside the industry, it was just such a cool chat. Like we spoke to Kyla today for making it happen. Sick. Like he's an agency. He's been making content for seven years, worked with really cool clients. And just hearing his philosophy and the way he works with content, it was really, really interesting chat. Like it was such a cool chat to be. I kind of like third wheeled it because he invited me accidentally. So I was just in there. I tried to keep quiet the whole time.
Ken was just watching. It was a bit...
Yeah, it was great. It was sick. It was such a cool thing. Really cool to show and talk to customers. I think Zach's lined up quite a few more of them. It was a really nice way to talk about it. And then at the same time, based on our chats, like with Carla and that, we're building our client portal at the moment, which is coming along nicely. And it's just a really cool way. I'm really actually happy with how that's been, like the architecture behind it and how it works together to be able to share stuff. And then you can just disable a share link and things disappear from the dashboard. And it feels really simple, but it's very powerful. So that's coming along. We got to tease that to him as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, that was sick. Being able to see someone react real time to software is a weird thing I didn't think I'd really like. Yeah, because I think you just see like problem solved. It's just like real time problem solving and then a problem solved forever. That problem's done now.
Yeah, so excited to get that out real soon. We're busy deploying the base of it, and then we just got a few configuration settings that we have to work on and how that looks. But that's looking really cool. I mean, we jumped on like another guy from Brizzy who saw, I think, Franco up there. Frank's carrying the team, shouting out clip in big events.
Our chief marketing officer, Frank.
Yeah, he's running an electrical company, which is really cool. A Lux.
Frank is, dude, that guy's got...
Nah, come on, Zach. Stop trying to freaking detour me here, mate. No, I think it's Tim, if my memory serves correctly, which is terrible memory. But he is doing Lux Electrical and he's using content. And it's very cool. What I've been saying is like people are going to content now when they want to do something serious. Like you're like, I want to take this seriously. I'm going to do content. Same. I had a carpenter come up to me and say, hey, we want to do something similar to Agape. Can you sit down with us and teach us or show us how you do this? So this is really cool. What I'm seeing. So I'm very pumped about that. That's enough from me. Anyone else have something exciting to talk about this week?
It was like 10, 15 years ago, any tradie, they marketed just by putting their phone number on the side of a van and then they all got websites. This feels like the next iteration. Now they all got to do content as well. Like as the world progresses.
But he's even talking about like building trust. Like it's like the content's leaking through to everyone. It's becoming mainstream.
Daz, what have you been working on, bro? I feel like you've been quiet this week. I haven't seen as many memes from you this week.
I've been quiet.
My meme quota's under. Lots of product improvements. So just heaps of designs for various things that we're changing, like the client portal, like analytics, and some changes to notifications, just a whole bunch of different things. Like basically everything that's coming up from the cycle of adding new users, we're just finding things that like we can't ignore anymore and then looking at how we can improve them in as many ways as possible. That's most of my time. A couple of shorts here and there.
When someone says who's going to carry the boats, they're talking about Daryl. Daryl's going to carry the boats. Here's my thing. Like, so when we're on this chat with Kyla today, the thing is I get to sit here and watch you boys cook and do like epic work. So when we're in with people that we've not talked with before, I love being the hype man. Like I literally said to Kyla, I'm like, Ken won't say it, but he's a freaking lord in the code game. And I just think it's sick. It's just, I just want to acknowledge it because, hey, maybe in a few years we got 1,200 people on the team and it's all getting, you don't know.
God, I hope not.
Are you running that business, mate?
Yeah.
I think none of us will be except Zach.
Zach will be running the whole thing.
And I'll just be hyping them up. And I'll be having this exact conversation, but with all of them. And it's going to be great. No.
Imagine the Riverside's going to need to improve their streaming capabilities for 1,200 people in one week.
As long as they don't all live with Kieryn, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be but all that to be said, it's just sick. I think it's really dope. Like everyone feels like they're in their little grooves doing their thing right now. I'm just having fun watching you guys rock up and be like, here's some new features. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. I hope you guys feel the same about the ads and stuff we're doing over on
Yeah, the ads are cool. Loving it.
That was the thing we should talk about real quick.
Oh, and the website. That's the other thing. Front-end website, sorry. Yeah, because I'm getting the landing pages for the ads to go to that. Yeah.
Also, I just want to put this on like record, but we're very tempted to start entering into the real estate market again. All the real estate agents out there that want to make content because we have a great tool and we know how important personal branding is to real estate. And we've worked in the industry before. So, hey, it comes full circle, but here we are.
That is true, man. It feels like one of those ones. It's similar to agencies. It's like it's just a no-brainer, but we'll see. And we can get some more people in. I'm not mad about it, dude. There's a great market there.
It's just funny who walks through our door, and has chats with us, sort of shapes our thinking.
Yeah, but it's how receptive they are to it, right? I just think real estate agents in general, it's all about personal brand. That's the whole game. It's building your brand and using content too. We met with Trent this week. He used to work in Sydney and then he's moved up to the Goldie to start a buyer's agency. And it was just sick. It was really cool. This is one thing that, the time it takes to respond to someone reaching out to your business is determines how quickly, or the likelihood they will sign in general. But we don't get to do that because it's all digital. So it's usually by email. So it's slow. Trent left his mobile number. So I was able to, within 1 minute, pick up my phone and give him a call, which was sick. It was so cool to see the reaction of someone like that and just how pumped he was. So I really enjoyed that.
A few more people doing mobile numbers for that reason now. Not to that level of calling them immediately, but you'll sign up to get something and they'll be mobile number and they'll require the mobile number and then you get a text straight away.
Yeah, but then they spam you. See, that's the problem. It's not a phone call from the founder.
I had to stop someone the other day. I was like, are you joking me? 6 messages in a day? I was like, you need to go get... But yes, a call. I've considered whether or not we could find a way of grabbing mobile numbers for sign up.
Well, you can just say if you have a mobile number and you want us to call you or chat. Drop it in.
What's SaaS is doing that, hey? Calling you.
Yeah, it was sick. It was good fun. You get to talk to it and it's just a quick instant onboarding and then you get to book the onboarding later, which is where you get to talk.
Just want to see what you're up to later. You chilling?
Yeah, bro. How you going? How's your business?
Hey, I'm going out to dinner. Do you want to come with?
I'll onboard you at dinner.
Come on, Zach.
That's not what I meant, bro. Come
on, bro. You're going to cry about this later tonight.
Pull it together.
Hey.
Up at 2 a.m.
At least from what I can tell, it's either all automated. Ken, you made videos about this a long time ago on Clipflow channel. Some things that just make people feel like they care. And we do. I think that's the hard thing. We do care a lot. It's just hard to tell you that over the internet. But then over a phone call, it's boom, straight in.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like there's a lot of momentum. I always keep saying that, and I've been talking about it, but I can feel this. We've had some sick customers sign up and just start using and just cranking, because we're always our onboarding sucks, and we can't get them activated and blah, blah, blah. It's just you just don't have the right person. If we get the marketing to talk to the right person, they come in, they're just oh, yep, this is how it goes. I've had people say, this is so simple to see. It's not the same feeling we have internally. We're oh, maybe it's too hard. Because we've had some customers say that, but it's those are not the right ones that are ready for a system like this. But then you have other people who are this is sick. This is literally Trello on steroids. It's yeah, it's as easy to understand as Trello, but then it can be way more powerful. So it's cool. And then, yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's really tough because we can just see these guys just pick it up and just go crank. One of our agencies already had 11 clients. I was blown away.
And we haven't had a touch point with them, eh? As far as
we've had one onboarding call.
Yeah, okay, cool. But they just went for it.
Just went. They sent it. They loved it. They sent it. So I'm it's proving that it's real. It does work for the right person. So it's cool. We just need to get it in front of more, which is what we're doing with the ads. And the ads are cool. We've changed our strategy a little bit with ads. We were just pumping them all into one campaign. And now what we're doing is we're experimenting in a testing campaign with ad set level spend. This is just technical, just for those people that are playing at home. And then just setting a budget per ad so we can run that for 7 days and then actually determine if those are good. And then from there, we will promote them and keep pushing them until we find winners. That way, otherwise Facebook just spends on what it thinks. And sometimes what it thinks is good is not the same as what we think is good. So we're playing with that at the moment.
Yeah, a bit of pre-thinking context on that was we saw people talking about doing this, but they recommended only do it when you have these insane budgets for learning. But we actually want to learn more on the front end, because we've got so many ads going out, we want to learn more before Facebook has a chance to learn, basically. And it just doesn't happen with the way Facebook delivers in one campaign.
And Zach and the team are producing 20 to 30 ad credits a day, which is in the top tier of these agencies. They're if you can do 20 plus credits, that's great at millions of dollars spend. So we're spending not much, let's be honest. As of that day, it was $120 a day, which is nothing, but we're still getting good results. So we're just trying to get it right and then scale that thing up, because that just becomes the money.
Yeah. I have a gut feeling the new stuff we're making, which is talking directly to, you're an agency owner and not trying to go too crazy in the ad, is going to, I just have a gut feeling you're just talking to them and we just make the visual hook interesting enough. I think you're golden. Hey,
go to that Alex Hormozy level of niche where you're an agency owner with 5 people and you just recently onboarded someone who didn't work out and you're in the city of Detroit.
Terry.
Dude, there's got to be 1,000 people there, and that's all I'm looking
at.
Yeah,
he's doing that. He's doing that, and I think it works really well.
It's nuts. Yeah.
All right, lads. Too much fun's been had this week. So until next time, catch you on the next one.